I'm glad you're here. Maybe the day has been long, or maybe you simply enjoy the calm of night. Take a slow breath and let your shoulders soften as the room grows quiet around you. Feel the air as it moves in and out. Nothing needs to be done right now. This is a gentle space made only for resting and listening. As your breath becomes slower, your body begins to feel lighter. The weight of the day eases little by little. Thoughts can drift past without needing your attention. Tonight, we drift into the quiet world of biotechnology. It is a world made of living things, soft tools, and patient human care. A world that works quietly, often unseen, while life continues to grow. Biotechnology does not rush. It waits, listens, and learns from nature itself. In the stillness of night, it feels especially calm and gentle. Imagine a dim room filled with soft light. Glass surfaces glow faintly, and the air feels warm and steady. Nothing moves quickly here, only slow and careful motion. This science is not loud or sharp. It is built on observation, kindness, and respect for life. It moves at the same pace as breathing, steady and calm at its heart. Biotechnology is about living cells, tiny spaces where life quietly does its work. Inside them, everything follows a peaceful rhythm. These cells do not know stress or hurry. They grow, rest, and repair in their own gentle time. Biotechnology learns by watching them closely, without force. Picture these cells like small rooms filled with soft light. Each one has a purpose, and each one is calm. Together, they form the quiet foundation of all living things. Human curiosity enters this world slowly, not to control, but to understand. Hands move gently, eyes observe carefully, and patience guides every step. Biotechnology began long before modern tools existed. Long ago, people noticed how nature could help them if treated kindly. Bread rising, milk changing, plants growing stronger over time. These early moments were calm and simple. No machines, no noise, just quiet learning. A partnership between humans and life itself. As time passed, tools became more refined, but the heart of biotechnology stayed the same. Work with life, not against it. In the quiet of the night, this idea feels comforting. That science can be gentle. That progress does not always need speed or pressure. Biotechnology listens to what life already knows. It studies patterns that have existed for ages. It follows the wisdom written softly inside living things. This world is filled with patience. Experiments unfold slowly, sometimes over years. Every step is taken with care. Imagine a scientist pausing, simply watching. No rush, no tension, just focus and calm. The room hums softly with steady air. There is trust in this process. Trust that life will reveal its secrets when treated with respect. Trust that small changes can bring gentle help. Biotechnology often works in silence, helping bodies heal without being noticed, supporting food growth without drawing attention. You may not see it during your day, but it is there, quietly supporting life, like a soft presence in the background. As you listen, let this idea settle that science can be calm, that knowledge can feel safe and warm. The night makes everything softer, thoughts slow, and sounds fade into the distance. This is the perfect time to explore such a gentle subject. Biotechnology does not belong only to labs. It belongs to life itself, to growth, healing, and balance. As we begin this journey, there is nothing to remember or understand fully, only to feel the calm of it, to let the images drift like clouds. Stay with the rhythm of your breath. Each inhale brings ease. Each exhale releases weight. The story will move slowly, just like this. Tonight is not about answers. It is about presence, about resting in the quiet space where science and life meet. Let your body sink deeper into comfort. The room grows darker, softer, and together we begin drifting through the peaceful world of biotechnology. The story drifts far back in time, long before bright lights or quiet labs existed, back to evenings lit by fire, where people watched nature closely and learned by waiting. In those early days, life moved slowly. The sun rose and set without hurry. People learned by paying attention, not by pushing. Hands touched soil with care. Seeds were placed gently into the ground. Days passed, and something living answered. Plants did not grow faster when shouted. They grew when given water, light, and patience. This simple truth stayed with humanity. Bread began as quiet grain, crushed, mixed, and left alone in warmth. Over time, it rose softly, almost like breathing. No one knew why it happened. They only knew that waiting mattered, that life changed when treated kindly. Milk rested in clay pots. Left overnight, it slowly thickened. By morning, it had become something new. Yogurt was born without force, no sharp tools or loud effort, just warmth, time, and trust. People noticed these patterns, that life liked calm spaces, that change happened best when not rushed, that this was the beginning of biotechnology, not as a science, but as a feeling, a quiet understanding between humans and nature. Farms became places of listening. Weather was watched closely. Soil was felt between fingers. If plants grew weak, people adjusted gently. More shade, more water, better care. They learned balance through patience. Animals were part of this rhythm too, fed, rested, and cared for. Their health reflected human attention. Nothing was forced to grow faster than it wished. Nature set the pace. Humans learned to follow. Over many seasons, wisdom grew, passed from one voice to another. Stories told beside fires under dark skies. These lessons were not written, they were remembered through practice. Through doing the same gentle acts again and again, life responded quietly. Harvests improved. Food lasted longer. People did not think of control. They thought of cooperation, of working alongside living things. Even mistakes taught patience. When crops failed, lessons were learned slowly. Next seasons were approached with more care. There was respect in this relationship. Nature was not an enemy. It was a partner. This early biotechnology was everywhere, in kitchens, fields, and homes, hidden in daily routines. Children learned by watching elders. Hands guided hands. Knowledge flowed softly. Time was the main tool. Waiting was part of the work. Rushing rarely helped. Even the air felt calmer then. Sounds were softer at night. Life rested and grew in cycles. The idea was simple. Life already knows how to live. Humans only needed to help gently. This mindset shaped early survival. It built trust with the natural world. And that trust lasted for generations. As nights passed, people slept close to nature, listening to insects and wind, feeling connected to something larger. Biotechnology did not have a name yet, but it had a presence, a quiet partnership shaping everyday life. Each small success felt meaningful. A loaf that rose well, a harvest that lasted through winter. There was no pride in speed, only satisfaction in balance, in seeing life respond peacefully. These early moments set the tone. They showed that progress could be soft, that learning did not need noise. Even now, that calm wisdom remains, hidden beneath modern tools, waiting to be remembered. As the story moves forward, this gentle beginning stays with us, a reminder of where it all started, with patience, care, and trust in life itself. The night feels deeper now, thoughts slow further, and the quiet partnership between humans and life continues to glow softly in the dark. Asterisk, the camera begins to move inward, past skin, past warmth, past the gentle surface of life. Everything slows as we drift into a smaller, quieter place. Here, the noise fades away. There is no rush, no sharp sound, only soft movement, steady and calm. We arrive inside a cell, a tiny living room, where life continues its quiet work. Everything has a place, and nothing feels hurried. The walls are gentle and thin. They protect. Without closing in, light seems to glow softly from within. Inside this small space, balance is everywhere. Tiny parts move like careful guests. Each one knows when to act and when to rest. There is no confusion here, no panic, no pressure, only calm order, shaped by time. Cells breathe in their own way. They take what they need and release what they do not. This quiet exchange never stops. Imagine shelves filled with tools, each tool simple, each one important. Nothing extra, nothing missing. Energy flows gently through the room, not in bursts, but in steady waves, enough to keep everything alive and peaceful. At the center, there is guidance, soft instructions that help the cell remember what to do. Not loud commands, just gentle direction. This guidance has been passed down for ages, through countless generations. Always calm, always patient. Cells know how to repair themselves. When something wears down, they fix it quietly. No alarm is raised. They grow when it is time. They rest when rest is needed. They listen to the signals around them. Each cell is small, but never lonely. Millions work together in quiet harmony, like rooms in a warm, sleeping house. Biotechnology begins here, not with machines or bright lights, but with respect for this calm inner world. Scientists learn by watching carefully. They do not rush inside. They observe from a distance first. They notice patterns, how cells respond to warmth, food to care, how stress makes them uneasy. Cells prefer calm conditions, gentle temperatures, soft surroundings. When treated kindly, they thrive. They grow strong and steady. They do their work without struggle. This understanding becomes important because all living things are made of these rooms. Plants, animals, humans, all share this quiet design. Inside a plant cell, the feeling is similar. Light is turned into gentle energy. Growth happens slowly and surely. Inside a human cell, healing begins. Tiny repairs take place without being noticed. The body is cared for from within. Asterisk. Biotechnology learns to support this process, not by forcing change, but by creating the right conditions. Imagine adjusting the light in a room or making the air warmer. Small changes that bring comfort. Cells respond to these small acts. They become more balanced, more willing to do their work. This is why patience matters so much. Cells do not like being rushed. They follow their own quiet timing. Under a microscope, the world feels still, but life is moving gently everywhere. Tiny motions, constant and calm. There is beauty in this slow movement, like watching dust float. In soft light, nothing dramatic, yet deeply alive. Biotechnology respects this pace. It learns to wait, to allow cells to speak in their own way. Each discovery comes slowly, often after many quiet hours of watching. Trust builds between human and cell. Mistakes are met with care. Adjustments are made gently. Nothing is forced to continue. Cells teach humility. They remind us how small we are and how powerful gentleness can be. This tiny world holds great wisdom about balance, rest, and patience. Lessons whispered, not shouted. As we drift deeper, everything feels softer. Thoughts slow to match this rhythm. Breathing becomes calm and steady. The smallest rooms of life are never empty. They are full of quiet purpose, full of gentle motion. Stands quietly at the doorway, learning when to step closer and when to simply observe. This respect shapes everything that follows. Healing, growth, understanding, all begin here. As the camera slowly pulls back, the feeling remains that life is calm at its core, that even the smallest spaces are filled with quiet care. Let this idea settle gently, that inside you, millions of peaceful rooms are working right now, keeping you safe as the night grows deeper. And as this tiny world continues its work, we drift onward, carrying its calm with us into the next part of the story. The focus settles gently now, deeper inside the cell, into a place that feels quiet, protected, and deeply personal. Here rests DNA, not as numbers or sharp lines, but like a long, folded letter sleeping softly inside every living room of life. This letter has been written slowly over countless generations, passed hand to hand, through time without ever being rushed. DNA does not shout its meaning. It whispers. It waits patiently for the right moment to be read. Imagine it curled gently like a ribbon resting in dim light. Layer upon layer of memory, folded with care. Nothing wasted, nothing loud. This story began long before us, before names, before words. before history. It carries echoes of ancient oceans, warm earth, and quiet survival. Every cell holds a copy. Not one is missing. Each one trusted with the same soft instructions. DNA remembers how to grow fingers, how to shape leaves, how to guide a heart as it learns to beat. It remembers balance, when to build, when to pause. There is no hurry in this memory. Changes happen slowly across long stretches of time, always gentle, always careful. Biotechnology approaches this story with respect. It does not rush to turn pages. It learns to sit quietly and listen. Early scientists did not fully understand what they were seeing. They only felt that something important rested here, something calm, powerful, and deeply alive. DNA does not act alone. It waits for the right signals, for the right moment. Asterisk, like a story read by candlelight. Certain lines glow brighter at certain times. Others rest quietly in the background. Inside your body right now, some parts of this story are being read. Others are sleeping peacefully. DNA knows when to stay silent and when to gently speak. This balance keeps life steady. Biotechnology learns that forcing this story creates tension. Life responds best when guided softly, like turning a page instead of tearing it. Reading DNA takes patience, hours of quiet focus, long nights under soft light. There is a rhythm to it. Observe, wait, listen again. Over time, patterns appear, not sudden answers, but slow understanding. DNA carries family memories, eye color, height, the sound of a laugh, but it also carries deeper things, ways of healing, ways of surviving. It remembers old challenges, cold winters, scarce food, long journeys. These memories are not emotional. They are gentle adjustments, small changes that helped life continue. Biotechnology does not judge this story. It accepts it as it is, complex, quiet, and deeply layered. When scientists look closely, they see repetition, not boring repetition, comforting patterns that bring stability. These patterns are not strict rules. They are suggestions, guides that life follows with flexibility. DNA allows room for change, for softness, for growth. This is why it lasts, why it survives through time, why it remains calm even when conditions shift. Biotechnology learns that change should be slow, that rushing creates imbalance, that life prefers gentle nudges. Imagine reading a story very slowly, letting each line settle, feeling the meaning rather than analyzing it. This is how DNA is understood best, not as data, but as narrative. Each living thing adds a small line, a tiny note in the margin of time. Nothing dramatic, just quiet continuity. Even mistakes are handled gently. DNA has ways to correct itself, to repair and continue. This self-care is part of the story, a reminder that life values balance, not perfection. Biotechnology supports this natural care, helping when needed, stepping back when not. There is humility in this approach, an understanding that life already knows much. Humans are only learning to listen. The more quietly we listen, the more DNA reveals. not secrets, but patterns of peace inside. Plants, the story is steady, guiding leaves toward light, roots toward water. Inside animals, the story adapts, shaping movement and rest, strength and softness. Inside humans, the story becomes deeply personal, every body carrying the same letters, arranged in gently different ways. This difference is not chaos, it is variation, a calm diversity that strengthens life. Biotechnology does not aim to rewrite the whole story, only to understand certain lines, to help when pages have been damaged. This work is slow by nature, careful by design, patient by necessity. As we rest with this idea, the night feels even quieter, breathing grows softer. The thought that inside you a long story is being read gently can feel comforting. Nothing is rushed, nothing is shouting for attention. Life continues its calm reading. DNA rests, folded and safe, waiting for the right moment to speak again. Always patient, as this soft story continues inside every cell, we drift onward, carrying its quiet wisdom. With us into the night, the world begins to shift from quiet fields and simple tools to softly glowing rooms filled with light and thought. The night outside is still, but inside these warm laboratories, curiosity moves slowly between quiet minds. Biotechnology steps carefully into the modern age, not with noise or sudden change, but with soft understanding and steady hands. The walls are lined with glass and metal, not sharp or cold, but smooth and humming gently with silent energy. Lights glow softly overhead. They do not flicker or burn. Bright, they spread calm across work tables where science rests patiently. Here, scientists do not hurry. They move with care, placing instruments down as if setting a teacup on a still surface. There is listening in this room, not with ears, but with eyes and time, watching cells, observing growth, noting the smallest response. Modern biotechnology does not rush to conquer life. It leans in, learning instead how life wishes to be treated. Machines hum in the background, but they do not interrupt. They simply assist the slow process of discovery. Petri dishes hold tiny colonies, breathing in silence. The air smells faintly of warmth, like paper and memory. People wear white coats, not as symbols of power, but as uniforms of patience and cleanliness. They speak in whispers. They wait for results to unfold, knowing that nature reveals itself only with time. The tools have changed. Microscopes, computers, centrifuges, but the heart of biotechnology remains still and listening. A scientist leans over a microscope. Their eyes blink slowly. Their breath matches the quiet rhythm of the machine. They are not looking for miracles. They are searching for patterns, for gentle signs that life is willing to share its secrets. Each discovery comes like a soft footstep, not a leap, not a shout. Cells are still the center of this story. Only now we can see them more clearly. We can follow their quiet paths with deeper understanding. DNA, once invisible, now appears in delicate images on glowing screens, long strands floating like threads of moonlight. Even with these tools, the process is never loud. It is built on hours of stillness and respect. Modern biotechnology asks questions, but it does not interrupt. It lets the answers come when they are ready. There is beauty in this slowness, in the way results arrive like falling snow, one flake at a time. Some focus on healing, finding ways to help the body mend from within. Others study growth, how plants can feed more gently. In every corner of the lab, there is a quiet purpose, a soft reason to keep going, even when answers take years. Biotechnology is not about control, it is about cooperation, about learning the language of life, not rewriting it. Even failure is handled gently. No harsh reactions, no blame, just reflection, adjustment, and continued patience. The people in these rooms care deeply. They carry this work softly in their hands. Knowing that they are guests in a living system, they think of farmers, of doctors, of families that may one day benefit from these quiet discoveries. There is kindness in this science, not just intelligence, a wish to help without harm. Modern biotechnology builds bridges between nature and technology, between what we know and what we wish to learn. It does not look to dominate life. It hopes to walk beside it, like a companion on a long, peaceful road. The rise of biotechnology is not a tower climbing upward. It is a garden unfolding in the quiet light of early morning. Each bloom a sign of slow, thoughtful progress. As we rest in this thought, imagine those labs still glowing gently tonight, soft figures moving through soft light. They will keep working while you sleep, not with noise, but with silent focus and hope. Let that image drift with you now, a room full of warmth and science that whispers. The story moves gently now into the space of human healing. Not the loud kind filled with sharp tools and fast decision, but healing that arrives like soft light warming the skin, the body. Even when hurt, prefers kindness. It responds to touch, to calm, care, to quiet surroundings. Biotechnology has slowly learned this, that softness often heals better than force. In the past, healing often meant harsh treatments, strong medicines with stronger side effects, procedures that worked but left behind their own kind of pain. Now that is beginning to change, not in a rush, but in a slow and thoughtful shift toward gentler care. Modern biotechnology creates medicine not in factories of smoke, but in small, living cells, tiny helpers, working quietly to grow what we need. Inside warm labs, cells rest in clean containers. They are not harmed. They are supported, fed, nurtured, guided. From these cells, new treatments emerge. Proteins that soothe the immune system, antibodies that know where to go. These medicines do not blast through the body. They move with purpose, reaching the exact places that need care. The body recognizes them, not as strangers, but as familiar, peaceful allies. This is the promise of healing without hurting, helping the body by working with its rhythms, not against them. Imagine a person sitting quietly, feeling unwell. Then slowly, over days, their strength returns. No burning sensation, no dizzy fog, just a steady, calm return to balance. Some treatments, like insulin, used to come from animals, now living cells created in controlled spaces. It arrives purer, safer, gentler to receive. and millions of people rely on it every day. Other treatments, like cancer therapies, once came with storms of side effects. Now, biotech offers softer paths, targeted medicine that acts like a guided breath, precise, quiet, and more forgiving. Even vaccines, once hard to tolerate for many, have become more refined. Biotechnology has made them cleaner, more stable, and kinder to sensitive systems. And still, researchers move slowly. They listen to the body's answers. They adjust, always with care. Nothing is rushed in this field, because the body is not a machine. It is a living story, and stories must be read gently, with respect for each sentence, each pause. Some treatments use the body's own cells, collected softly, trained to fight, then returned like trusted friends. It feels like giving the body a memory, not forcing a reaction, but reminding it what healing looks like. Even pain itself is being understood differently, not just as something to block, but as a signal to honor and respond to. Biotechnology helps the nervous system find peace again. It doesn't silence pain with noise. It listens to it, then eases it with warmth. The goal is no longer just survival. It is comfort, quality, ease, healing that feels human, that respects the person, not just the illness. In this quiet shift, patients are not only treated, they are cared for. Doctors and scientists begin to see themselves not as fixers, but as companions, walking slowly beside the body as it repairs itself. There is trust in this relationship between patient and medicine, between cell and body. Even in hospitals, you can feel the change. Less brightness, more warmth, more silence. Treatments are designed to be kind, to offer help, not punishment, to work with the body's deep wisdom. And through this, biotechnology becomes something more than science. It becomes a form of respect, respect for life, for healing, for the slow path back to balance. It says, you do not have to fight alone. We will meet you with softness. We will walk with you at your pace. As the night deepens, this idea settles like a blanket over the room, that healing can come gently, that the body prefers peace. Biotechnology listens to this truth, and with every quiet breakthrough, it moves closer to a world where care never hurts, and healing feels like coming home. The earth stretches out beneath a quiet sky. Fields shimmer under moonlight, each row of crops breathing softly in the cool night air. Leaves stir with a sleepy rustle. The soil holds warmth from the day, and somewhere just beyond sight, life continues its slow and peaceful rhythm. This is where biotechnology meets nature, not with urgency, but with gentle wisdom passed through seasons. It begins not with machines, but with observation, watching how plants move toward sunlight, how roots reach patiently into the dark. Farming has always been a relationship between humans and the land, a slow conversation shaped by weather, time, and trust. Biotechnology has stepped into this partnership quietly, not to control, but to listen more closely. Scientists began by asking soft questions. What do plants truly need? How can we help them grow without harm? What balance already exists beneath our feet? The answers didn't come all at once. They arrived like dew, gathering slowly on the surface of understanding. It was discovered that some plants could share their strength, that a single gene from a sturdy crop could gently help another resist drought or disease. This wasn't about building unnatural things. It was about finding the natural patterns that already work and letting them whisper to new generations. Of seeds. Fields became healthier. Crops grew more evenly, needing fewer sprays, less interruption. It became clear when you help a plant help itself, the land becomes calmer too. Biotechnology allowed food to grow without the shouting of pesticides or the harshness of synthetic boosts. Instead, soil could stay richer, insects could stay balanced, and the ecosystem could hum quietly without being broken. Farmers noticed, not through charts, but through their hands. They saw fewer sick leaves. They smelled sweeter earth. They touched fruits that ripened gently. And fully, the wisdom here isn't only scientific, it's emotional. A return to growing with care. Biotechnology does not remove the farmer's touch. It supports it, offering tools that respect the cycle of the seasons. Seeds are shaped to suit the environment, not to overpower it, but to live alongside it more gracefully. In dry places, plants learn to use water more slowly. In crowded soils, roots stretch smarter, not harder. Even the way food is stored has grown kinder. Tomatoes last longer without spoiling, not because they are unnatural, but because biotechnology listened to the soft changes that would help them endure in developing regions. This calm science has fed families who once lived with scarcity. Rice fortified with vitamins, corn that survives when others wilt, bananas that carry protection in their very skin. It is not flashy, it is not loud, but it is life-changing. And always, the goal is balance. Not more for the sake of more, but enough food, enough health, enough peace in the process. The fields under the moon tell no one they are different, but they are. They grow with a quiet partnership. Science walking slowly beside nature, not ahead of it. And as you imagine these landscapes, glowing silver under the stars, know that this story is not about power. It is about listening to the ground, to the wind, to the wisdom that plants have always carried within them. Biotechnology learns to understand, not to interrupt, to support, not to replace. And as harvests grow softer and soils stay richer, the world moves closer to a kind of peace. One seed, one root, one gentle season at a time. Let this vision rest with you now. The feeling of cool soil underfoot, the scent of sweet leaves, the knowledge that we can grow enough without taking too much. And as the fields sleep beneath the stars, we drift onward, carrying their calm with us. They are everywhere, even now, even here, floating gently in the air, nestled in the soil, resting on your skin like tiny guests you never notice. Microbes, so small they cannot be seen, yet they outnumber stars in the sky. And unlike their reputation, they are not enemies. They are silent helpers, invisible but never absent. These tiny lives are at work constantly, softly, without praise, holding the balance of life together. They live in water, cleansing it, recycling nutrients with quiet rhythm, not loudly, not with pressure, but with peaceful, ancient skill. They drift in the oceans, near coral, deep in dark trenches. Their presence keeps entire ecosystems steady. Beneath our feet, in the hush of soil, microbes move through tunnels of earth. They help roots find strength. They break down what no eye can see. Their work is patient, not a machine's rush, but the gentle labor of countless generations. Even in our own bodies, they rest quietly, not intruders, but neighbors. They help us digest, protect, recover. They make up more of us than we often realize. A community of caretakers hidden inside every breath, every heartbeat. Biotechnology has come to recognize this, that life depends not only on the large, but on the small and the steady. Rather than removing microbes, biotechnology listens to them, studies their quiet habits, learns how to guide them gently. Some are placed into wastewater to clean it slowly and safely. Others are used to turn waste into fuel with no smoke, no loud machines. Farmers use them to enrich soil without chemicals. Microbes whisper to the roots, offering nitrogen, bringing balance. They are part of the food we eat: yogurt, cheese, bread, all shaped gently by microbial hands. Even the air benefits. Microbes carry away pollutants, softly breaking them down into harmless pieces. They do not ask for thanks. They do not need rest. They only continue, as they have for millions of years. Biotechnology respects their timing, their softness. It does not try to make them faster, but simply to understand them. A microbe in a lab is not imprisoned. It is watched, studied with care, given the right warmth, the right light, the right silence. And when guided well, these silent workers help heal the world without leaving a trace. Some are used to build vaccines, others to fight illness, not with force, but with cleverness. Even in places with little technology, microbes bring hope. In dry regions, they help crops grow with less. In disaster zones, they clean water without need for power. It feels like magic, but it is simply the wisdom of nature finally noticed. Biotechnology is not the inventor. It is the observer, the helper who learns to speak the microbe's quiet language. The work is slow, careful, like walking in a room full of sleeping creatures you do not wish to disturb, because these beings are not ours. They are with us, not for us. Biotechnology moves forward, not with loud breakthroughs, but with gentle discoveries. Moments where something ancient is understood in a new way. Every spoonful of compost, every sip of clean water, every breath we take carries proof of microbial care. These helpers will never ask for attention. They will never appear in bright headlines, but they are the keepers of balance, of health, of life. As we lie still tonight, perhaps they move still beneath the house, across the soil within us. Let their quiet presence comfort you. Let their tireless, gentle work remind you that life is always supported, even when unseen. Microbes do not rest, but you can, because their silent hands hold the world together with patience and peace. Soft light glows across a still landscape. In the distance, Gentle water flows past mossy stones, and quiet machines turn with patient rhythm. There is no rush, only calm movement, only the slow hum of life. This is not the energy of smoke and flame. It is not thunder or fire. This is energy that begins inside living systems, quiet, steady, and kind to the world that holds it. Biotechnology has found its way here, not with roaring engines, but with gentle attention to what life already knows how to do. Some microbes, same invisible helpers, can produce fuel. They digest waste and leave behind something useful. Biogas, soft electricity, warmth. A field of algae glows green in the sunlight. Not just a plant, but a power source. Photosynthesis turned into energy without harm. No smoke rises, no ash falls, just gentle light converted into quiet power. This energy feels different, not extracted, but invited, not taken, but grown. Farm waste, kitchen scraps, fallen leaves, they all hold life's leftovers. Biotechnology gently guides them into something new, not garbage, but beginning. In some places, homes are lit by these soft conversions. They hum gently with energy drawn from compost, from corn stalks, from yesterday's meal. Even the air remains clear. Birdsong is not drowned out by exhaust. The wind carries no burn, only the breath of trees. They turn slowly, built to match nature's pace. Pipes carry water warmed by bacteria. Panels, lined with tiny organisms, gather sunlight with gentle purpose. Reactors grow enzymes that unlock energy quietly from within. Families begin to breathe again. The world doesn't change in a flash. It softens, opens, settles into something kinder. Insulin was once taken from animals, difficult to purify, hard to scale. Then, quietly, biotechnology made it human again, not through force, but through peaceful mimicry. Cells learned to produce it safely, patiently. Now millions carry it in small pens, a gentle gift from biotechnology, a daily lifeline, no longer rare, no longer loud. In another part of the world, a crop once failed each year to dry, too many pests, too much loss, but a change was made. A single gene, borrowed carefully from a plant cousin, made it stronger, more resilient. The harvest that season didn't double. It simply didn't die, and that was enough. Children ate, families stored food, the soil stayed whole. No celebration, just quiet fullness. Some breakthroughs arrived as vaccines, not designed in haste, but shaped slowly. In calm laboratories where people listened more than they spoke. These vaccines didn't end fear in a day, but they gave the body a quiet reminder. This is what to watch for. You are stronger than you think. Diseases that once stole childhoods now fade into memory. Not because of grand battles, but because of gentle guidance. Biotechnology has also helped with diagnosis. Tiny tools that read DNA and whisper softly, "This is what's wrong." No big machines needed, just a bit of spit, a drop of blood, and the calm certainty of a clearer answer. Parents find out early now if their child needs special care, and that early knowing becomes a shield. Other breakthroughs live in the soil, microbes that protect roots, not with chemicals, but with presence. Companion lives, not soldiers. These microbes don't demand attention, but without them, food would falter. Crops would sigh under pressure. With them, the fields breathe easier. In hospitals, biotechnology has softened surgery, tissues grown ahead of time, gentle replacements, waiting to be part of someone's healing. No rejection, no pain, just calm repair, woven from the patient's own biology. Even cancers are whispered to now. Targeted therapies, like guided hands, gently asking harmful cells to stop, not flooding the body, but entering with precision, like keys fitting quiet locks. Patients don't just survive, they rest. They recover with dignity, and throughout all of this, the world remains mostly unaware. Because these breakthroughs do not shout, they hum in the background of everyday life. That is their beauty. They do not demand gratitude. They simply work. Softly, faithfully, biotechnology is full of these small graces. And each one, no matter how humble, adds to a wave of quiet change. A cleaner glass of water, a longer life, a plate with food that didn't rot, a breath taken without fear. Progress doesn't always knock loudly. Sometimes it just opens the window and lets in the breeze. Let that breeze drift through you now. The feeling of all these moments gathered together, not one miracle, but thousands of gentle hands lifting the world bit by bit, breath by breath. And as we move forward, we carry these quiet gifts with us, not in our pockets, but in our bones, in the softened paths we now walk. Thanks to the calm work of those who chose patience over praise. Let's walk slowly through a day, not a special day, just an ordinary one filled with soft routines and familiar comforts. The sun rises gently through your window. You stretch, you breathe in the morning air, and without even realizing it, biotechnology is already with you. In the kitchen, you reach for yogurt. The creamy smoothness you taste comes from tiny living cultures, microbes chosen carefully to make it kind to your body, easy to digest, gentle on your system. Next to it, a banana ripens just right, not too fast, not too slow. Biotechnology helped that, helping it stay fresh longer, without chemicals. Just soft guidance at the cellular level. In the cabinet, your vitamins rest in a bottle. Some of them, like B12 or iron supplements, were made with the help of microbes. Tiny living factories working quietly to make your health stronger. When you brush your teeth, your toothpaste may contain enzymes, biotech-crafted helpers that gently clean without harsh scrubbing. You rinse your mouth, refreshed, without even knowing you've just used science. The water you drink has likely been purified through systems designed with biotechnology. Microbes removed the invisible, leaving only what nourishes you. Quiet, unseen, but always working as you get dressed. The cotton in your shirt may have come from a plant that resisted pests naturally, not sprayed, not soaked, just helped by a soft edit made long ago in its growing cycle. At the table, you sip coffee or tea. Even here, biotechnology may have played a part, protecting crops, helping fermentation, ensuring the flavor stays deep and calming. You take a deep breath and open your medicine drawer. Inside, an inhaler, Perhaps a small injection, maybe something for your skin. These things were not built in metal vats. They were grown, crafted slowly, in cells that remember how to help. Biotechnology, working softly to bring ease to your body. Even your clothing, your shoes, your detergent. Some may include enzymes or fibers created through living systems. Cleaner, safer, better for the world around you. You go to work or school or simply walk outside. The world continues quietly, and under your feet, in the soil, biotech-supported microbes are helping the ground stay rich. They help trees grow taller, lawns stay greener, flowers bloom longer. Inside hospitals, babies are born safer thanks to vaccines grown in careful labs. Diagnostics are more accurate, delivered gently with a single test. Not loud machines, just soft data. In grocery stores, labels don't always say biotech, but it's there. In the packaging that resists spoiling, in the apples that stay crisp, in the rice enriched with nutrients for people who once lacked them. At night, your home may stay lit by clean energy drawn from waste, biofuels, algae systems, bacterial reactions humming behind the scenes. Even your pets may benefit. Healthier food, gentler medications, stronger immunity, all quietly supported by small biological helpers. And throughout your day, your own body is protected by the work biotechnology has done. It's not shouting to be noticed. It's simply there, a presence, like background music that comforts even when you're not listening closely. Biotechnology is not only in the labs, it's in the pantry, the tap, the air. It's in the smallest parts of the day that feel smooth, safe, and gently improved. This is not science as spectacle. This is science as service, quiet, tireless, present in everything that makes life feel easier as you settle into bed again. Perhaps with a full belly, clean skin, and clear breath, know that living systems helped you today, not with fanfare, but with care, not with control, but with soft attention. And as your breath slows, you realize you are not walking beside science. You are held by it, gently, everywhere, every day. The night stretches gently, and far on the horizon, a soft light begins to rise. It is not sudden, it is not sharp. It arrives slowly, like the calm breath of a planet waking up with kindness. This is how the future feels in the hands of gentle science. Not fast, not loud, but quiet, patient, deliberate. Biotechnology in this future continues to grow like a garden, not built for speed, but for balance, for care, for deep understanding. The old ways of rushing, of forcing nature to bend, have faded. They've been replaced by listening, by asking softly, what does the world need, truly? And then answering only when sure. Imagine cities that hum instead of buzz, power grids woven from biofuels, algae farms on rooftops, and quiet machines that mimic the pace of rain. The streets are cleaner, not from sweeping, but because the materials used dissolve gently over time, leaving no trace. Packaging, once a problem, is now alive in a way designed to fade into soil like petals, returning to earth. Tomps breathe. Walls grown from mycelium, a soft, living structure, cool in the heat, warm in the cold. always kind to the air inside. Food grows nearby, not rushed through chemicals, but helped along by friendly microbes. Nutrients matched to each plant's needs. The produce tastes like it should. Not enhanced, not altered, just full of quiet strength. Water is gathered from air and cleaned not by harsh filters, but by biological sponges that know how to hold, clean, and release. Medicine has become calmer too. Treatments are tailored gently, grown from your own cells, given in slow rhythms that respect your body's timing. Hospitals feel less like factories, more like sanctuaries, places of rest, where healing is not just the goal, but the atmosphere. Even in the wild, biotechnology has learned to stay small. It helps restore forests, not by clearing space, but by guiding native seeds to thrive again. Rivers run cleaner, oceans repair slowly, because life was not asked to fix itself, it was gently supported. In this future, biotechnology is not a badge of control. It is a quiet practice, a series of small, careful choices that ripple out like soft waves. Children learn early not just what science can do, but how to ask whether it should. They grow up surrounded by questions that are patient, open-ended, and held with love. And when new discoveries arrive, they are met with stillness, with calm voices asking, "How will this help? Who will it touch? Will it last gently?" No single company owns the future. No single lab moves ahead too fast. Progress is shared, like seeds passed between hands, each person adding something kind, and people feel this difference. They feel safer, not because the world is perfect, but because it listens. The air is easier to breathe, the soil is less tired, the body aches less, and the mind feels more at ease. Biotechnology is no longer a mystery. It is part of the air around us, not floating in wires, but folded into life, quietly present. This world did not arrive in a single moment. It was shaped slowly, like river stones smoothed by time, and it will continue, not racing forward, but growing outward like a tree, calm and steady. As you lie here now, let that image rest in your breath. The future is not rushing toward us. It is unfolding gently, guided by care, held in kindness, and in that future, life is not something we master. It is something we join, something we tend to with soft hands and open hearts. Let us pause here, in the hush of this long journey, to reflect on something deep and gentle, our relationship with life itself. For a long time, humans stood apart from nature. We built walls, created tools, chased progress, but over time, in the soft light of observation, we began to realize something quiet. We are not above life. We are part of it. Biotechnology, at its best, does not seek to separate us. It invites us to join the living world again, not as rulers, but as students. We learn by listening, by watching how cells repair, how microbes restore, how plants adapt. With grace, nature has been solving problems for billions of years. She does not panic, she does not waste. She moves in soft, patient circles, and now we follow. Not by copying exactly, but by learning gently, by asking, how does life do this? and waiting for the answer. Every strand of DNA, every ripple in a pond holds quiet wisdom. It does not shout, but it speaks to those who slow down enough to hear it. Biotechnology becomes a bridge, a way to walk back toward the rhythms we had forgotten. When we guide a cell to heal, we are not inventing something new. We are learning the steps of a dance that life already knows. When we help a crop grow stronger, we are not commanding it. We are partnering with it, listening to its needs. This is not mastery, it is cooperation, a shared learning journey between human hands and the hands of nature. We bring our curiosity. Life brings its memory. Together, we shape something kinder. And as we walk this path, we feel less alone. We see ourselves reflected in all living systems, in the way a forest regenerates, in the way a wound quietly closes, in the way bacteria build harmony without needing eyes or speech. There is peace in this realization that we are not strangers here, that the systems that heal, grow, and balance live in us and around us. Biotechnology, then, is not just science. It is relationship. It is conversation. It is respect. Asterisk. It reminds us that care is not a weakness, that patience is a kind of intelligence, that life does not always need to be fixed. Sometimes it just needs to be heard. And in this space, the listener feels grounded, safe, reconnected, not to wires or theories, but to the pulse of something older and wiser. To walk beside life instead of ahead of it is a quiet joy, a steady comfort. We are learning again, not just how to build, but how to belong. Let that belonging settle into your chest. Let it remind you that you are part of something vast and kind. As we move toward the end of this journey, remember, the story of biotechnology is not only about what we've made, it's about what we've remembered, that life, when treated gently, is willing to teach, and we, when we listen, are willing to grow. The lights begin to dim now. The world we've wandered through, of cells and seeds, of microbes and quiet, healing grows still once more. There is nothing more to solve tonight, no answers to chase, only the soft rhythm of breath and gentle memory. The fields, once glowing beneath the moon, now lie quiet, covered in soft mist. Leaves rest in the still air, and the soil sleeps with calm beneath your feet. Inside the body, cells continue their quiet work. Not because we ask them to, but because that is what life does. It keeps going, softly, tenderly, without noise. The laboratories to fall silent. Lights fade to amber. Gloved hands are folded. Machines pause. Science, like nature, knows when to rest. The stories we've followed, the whisper of DNA, the kindness of microbes, the slow power of clean energy, begin to soften in your mind. They are not gone. They are simply settling, folding into the quiet folds of memory, where they can continue to hum gently as you drift. Biotechnology, you see, was never about control. It was about care, asterisk, about walking beside life instead of ahead of it. That care surrounds you now. It has always been here, in your food, your healing, your water, your breath. Asterisk, let the knowing of that comfort you. Let it hold you the way sunlight rests on still water. You are part of this gentle web, woven through with breath and time, with curiosity and calm. No part of you is separate. You are not outside the science. You are inside it, held within it, a living thread in the fabric of life's patient wisdom. So breathe now. Let the air come in and leave gently. Let your body grow heavier and your mind grow lighter. You are safe, you are supported, and nothing more is needed tonight. Let the science of biotechnology settle into your breath and drift with you into sleep, a long, peaceful sleep, deep and kind, wrapped in the softness of everything alive and good. Let the last quiet breath of this story stay with you. May sleep come gently, and may your dreams bloom quietly, like seeds kissed by moonlight. And before we part, just linger a little longer in this stillness we've created together. The science of biotechnology, woven through life, light, soil, and healing, was never meant to impress. It was meant to soothe, to show how progress can be soft and how learning can be a quiet kind of love, even when you're not thinking about it. This gentle science is around you, in your food, in your breath, in the quiet hum of a safer future being built with patience, not pressure. You don't need to remember every piece. You don't need to hold onto every word. Let it all melt slowly into the silence of your room. Let your heartbeat find its rhythm. Let your thoughts grow quieter, as if tucked under a warm blanket woven from everything kind and calm. The journey we took tonight was not into the distant unknown, but inward, into a deeper understanding of how softly the world can work when we choose care over control. So now, as the last images fade, the glowing cells, the calm hands, the gentle roots beneath quiet earth, you may close your eyes and rest in the stillness. This moment belongs to you, your breath, your body, your soft return to peace. The science sleeps now too, folded gently, ready to return whenever you are. Sleep well, sleep warmly, sleep deeply, and may the quiet intelligence of life itself carry you into dreams where everything grows slowly, safely, and full of light. Good night.